Welcome back, everybody, to Darkness Falls on 7 Days at Alpha 17.4. I'm an old guy gaming, and we are going to work on the workshop in this episode. So, the first thing we're going to do is get the storage situated. So I actually have a little Excel spreadsheet set up on my second monitor here, and I kind of just mapped out how I want to organize these bins. So we're going to start with this wall of bins. Here, there's 39 of them in total, but we have room to expand. We could, if, ultimately we could do, like, say, another row down here if we wanted to later on, and then maybe a third row that kind of ran along here. So we'd have an actual, kind of like a warehouse type of idea. But I think we can get started with the 39, and then we'll just expand, as we need to. I put in a gun safe on each side. The idea behind the gun safes is that's where we'll keep our actual weapons. So one will have guns and one will have, like melee weapons, or maybe even like explosives too, though I actually have a bin that I'm going to use for explosives. So this will give us a good starting point anyway, and like I said, we can expand later if we want to. So here's how this is going to go down. We're going to keep ore in this one. And most of the ore that we get, we're probably going to feed just directly into the forges anyway, but we'll have a bin for it just in case we get like a bunch of surplus or whatever. Okay, we'll put dirt in here. Whoops. We'll put wood in here. Keep hitting the wrong damn button. This will be stone, and it might turn out to be too that we would need multiple bins for certain materials that we get a lot of. But we'll just start with one and go from there. This is going to be scrap iron. This is going to be nitrate. I'm kind of putting all the, the raw resources up at the top first. Let's kill these Zeds off. Get some more shotgun skill going here. You too, dummy. He's kind of far away. I don't even think he's aggroed. He's just humping the tree over there. Weird ass zombie. Okay, anyway. So let's see what's next. We're gonna put coal in here. And I'm gonna be pretty generous with the storage space because we have so much of it, rather than trying to combine a bunch of stuff. We'll put plant fiber in there. This is gonna be animal parts, so like bones and that kind of stuff. Clothing will go in here. This one's going to be armor. This one's going to be, whoops. I'm just going to kind of call this crafted items. So this is going to be stuff that we make. I'm typing sideways here, by the way, so bear with me. This would be stuff that we, that we've crafted, that we have a surplus of. An example of that would be like, I have a couple of extra letters left over from the signs that we did. That sort of thing. Oh, you know what? I don't have, well, actually I'm going to cover this in a different way. Okay, so this is going to be hand tools. This is going to be power tools. This is going to be, well, I was going to make this melee weapons, but I think I'm going to actually put those in the safe. So instead of that, what I think we'll do is, all right, so instead of this being melee weapons, we'll call this gun parts. Okay. Next, we'll put mods in here, just all mods. This is going to be ammo supplies, so basically like lead bullets and cartridges and buckshot. This is going to be actual ammunition that we will make. This is going to be explosives. Though we could argue, we arguably should put that in a safe too, but we won't worry about that for right now. This is going to be oil and gas. So, you know, this will have things like dynamite, TNT, Molotov cocktails, that sort of thing, whereas this is just going to have actual motor oil and gas in it, even though gas is also explosive. This is going to be straight up paper. When I say paper, I mean paper and class papers and that sort of thing. Oh, you know what I didn't do, though? I'm just trying to think if I want to have an extra... I think we'll have one for like books and schematics. Now, because the thing is once we get all of our classes, Matthias isn't gonna, you know, he probably won't continue breaking that stuff down. He'll probably actually want to collect books so he has his own library. You know, we'll figure. So yeah, so that's going to actually be our extra one there. So with doing that, what I want to do... Okay, I got to move something else around here, so give me a second here. Okay, I think we got this figured out now. So this is going to be medicine. So basically, you know, any finished medical products like bandages and first aid kits and whatnot. And this is going to be medical ingredients. Like that. Whoops. Okay. So that's going to be, you know, raw medical ingredients like aloe cream, bandages, you know, regular cloth bandages, that sort of thing. This one's going to be chems and organics. So basically, I'm thinking here stuff like the Drano, the acid, but also like, you know, rotten flesh, and maybe we probably won't put animal fat in there because animal fat in Darkness Falls is a cooking ingredient, so that'll be more of a cooking item. But you know, anything else that's like an organic type of substance would go in there, along with chemicals, types of things. Now, this will also probably include things like, you know, Grandpa's moonshine and all those, you know, kinds of weird things too. We'll see. That could go in there, but it could also go in medicine. But this is really more for, you know, actual medical stuff, whereas this is more for, you know, illegal substances. Not that matters in the apocalypse, because what are they going to do? Come and bust me? Anyways, okay, so now over here, we're going to change this to concrete. Now, so we're going to start working. This is going to be more like crafted or mid-tier, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Mid-tier materials. This is going to be titanium ingots. This is going to be, we're just going to call this crafted blocks. And that, you know, that's a fairly broad category in and of itself. But anything that I've made, any blocks that I've made that I have a surplus of, will go in there. So that includes pretty much anything. So wood frames, rebar, you know, blocks, concrete blocks, whatever it happens to be. Okay, so this is going to be, we're going to call this one small parts. So that's going to include mechanical parts, electrical parts, you know, stuff like that, basically stuff that, you know, like springs and whatnot. This is going to be vehicle parts. So this is going to be like, you know, handlebars and mini bike frames, and chassis and those sorts of things. This is going to be dedicated to engines because we get a lot of engines from taking cars apart, and that does take up space quick. And likewise, same thing for batteries. So we'll have a full thing just dedicated to engines and batteries. This is going to be canned food. So now we kind of get into food. Now the food, eventually we're going to move the food up, you know, up to the skyscraper when we get to the part here in the series where we, you know, fix the upstairs up for our living quarters. But for now, we're just going to keep it down here because I haven't even been up there in a long time, and I want to get the, you know, the downstairs level, the ground level stuff finished first before we worry about that, because that's almost more just funsy aesthetic stuff and not essential stuff. Like the stuff down here is more essential. Okay, this is going to be cooked food. I am planning on actually making probably a couple of ovens and a couple of refrigerators for down here now, because we need them not only for food, but we need them for, you know, other items too. This is going to be beverages. So pretty much any type of prepared beverage will go here. Damn it. Beverages. It's not that I don't know how to spell, it's that I can't type very well when I'm typing at an angle on a highly sensitive mechanical keyboard. And I can't type very well anyways. Okay, and then this is going to be basically cooking items, utensils like cooking pots and grills and that sort of thing. Okay, so that's pretty much what we've come up with. This gun safe will store melee weapons in, and this one will just store, you know, actual functional full working guns. Alright, let's take care of the trash here. Oh goodness, aim there, old guy. There you go. Okay. Alright, so now the next step is for me to move all my shit down here and get it all organized. And of course I'm going to do that off camera. So let me get that going next, and then the next part of this is going to be us starting to set up the crafting stations, which we're going to do on this side of the warehouse. Alright, so I will be back in just a little bit. Alright guys, we are back. I have moved all of my shit over into these storage bins. It took me quite some time to do, but everything is now nice and neat and organized and looking pretty good. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and start setting down our crafting equipment. I once again have a spreadsheet up here that I have used to kind of map stuff out so I know where I want to put stuff. So what we're going to do is we're going to start with our forges. So let's get all these down here. And okay, so basically we're going to line up forges here along this wall. And I'm putting these kind of up towards the front so that when we're unloading, they're right nearby. And let's go see if this final forge is done making stuff. Why did it only make one steel? What the hell? I could have sworn I told that to do that. Okay, well, we'll just have to wait for this to finish then. All of these guys are empty. I'll probably tear all that stuff out of there eventually, but I'm not going to worry about that right at this moment. Okay, so we have to leave room for one more forge. So basically, I'll put signs up here too. I don't think I have any of those made, but the idea is that this one will be used, say, for ammunition. This one will be used for iron and steel. This one will be used for concrete, and then I'll have two that I'll use for titanium, so we can get some massive titanium production going. Took me a second to remember what how I wanted to do that. Okay, so that takes care of the forges. Now we made two metal workstations, and so we're going to put those here, back to back. One of these will probably primarily be used for making ammunition, and the other one will probably be used for making whatever other items that we need the metal workstation to make stuff for. Okay. Then we're going to place two normal workbenches here. These are going to be used to make hand tools. And again, you know, whatever else we need those to be used for. Okay, so that takes care of the wall. Now along here, in these two sections here, I might end up actually changing this. The thing is, though, is this is 10,000 steel. I mean, so it's going to take a while to break that, but I might change that just because it looks kind of stupid. But I'll do that off camera. So starting with this block, 2 blocks over will be the lathe when we eventually find it. And then after the lathe, we're going to put in the tailoring station. which is right here. Okay, so the lathe will go... I kind of want to leave a little more space by the door. So the lathe will go there. And we'll put the tailoring station right there. Okay, the writing desk, we will put... Whoops. There we go. We'll put the writing desk next to the tailoring station. And then I'm going to make an oven, maybe even 2 ovens, and a sink, and we'll put those here, but I don't have those made yet because I need to get the rest of the stuff down. Okay, so now what we're going to do next is we're going to actually make 3 wooden tables. So to do that, we simply need nails and wood. And it doesn't look like we have to use the table saw for that. So let's go to small parts. Grab the nails out of there. We'll grab some wood out of here. I guess we already have wood, excuse me, in our inventory. So let's make 3 of these. All right. Now, starting up against this pillar here, we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I want to leave a 2-block walkway through here. Okay? So I'm going to put 2 of those side by side. And yeah, that should work. And then what we're going to do is we're going to put our 2 mortar and pestles right here on top of those tables. And these are going to be used almost exclusively for making gunpowder. Okay. Now, next to those 2 guys, we're going to put 2 chem benches. I only have 1 made at the moment, but we'll make the other one later. And those we're going to, because we're going to be making gunpowder in these, because I did a little test earlier, and it appears to me that these make gunpowder just as fast as this, and these, you don't have to have a fuel in here. So we're going to have 2 chem benches, and they're going to be almost fully dedicated to making gasoline for us. Because the problem with these is you only have 3 output slots, and so if you get a bunch of gas going in there, this fills up and then it halts production while it continues to burn all your fuel. So it's kind of a stupid setup, but it's the way it is. All right, so we'll save that spot for the next 3 blocks. We'll save for another chem bench, which we'll make here in just a little while. And then we're going to put, I think we're going to put in 3 cement mixers. So okay, those 3 spots will be the next chem bench. Then 1, and then 2, and then we'll have to make a 3rd one to put there in that spot. After that, the plan is to, you know what? I want to make, something else just occurred to me too. Yeah, I miscalculated something here. 1, 2, 3. So we might end up just using 2 cement mixers. We'll see. I mean, I can always change this around later, but I actually want to make another table. Okay, so we're going to put 2 more tables here, and then we're going to put the table saw, if I can find the damn thing, there we go, and the radio on top of both of those. So the table saw goes there, and the radio goes there. Okay, cool. So yeah, when we get the lathe, finally find the lathe, it's going to go in that spot. And then I'm going to put probably 1 sink and maybe 2 ovens. I don't know how fast the oven is, if it's the same speed as the fireplace or if it's a little faster. But the idea will be basically, a couple of ovens and a sink kind of over in this spot. Now, we have a whole nother row along here, right, that we could use if we needed to. because I just don't see myself, you know, needing 3 rows of storage boxes. In fact, I probably won't even really need 2 full rows. But, you know, the idea will be is that, you know, we're going to be manufacturing goods, and we're going to need a place to store those goods when, you know, when we have a surplus. So, hold still. Where are you? He's up there minding his own business, but let's pop him anyways. Okay. So, yeah, that's kind of where we're at. If it turns out that I feel like I need more crafting stations, we have room to expand, and we can always move stuff over if we need to. The one thing we can't really move without losing materials are the forges, but I can't see myself needing to move the forges away from there. They'll pretty much stay there. Okay, so what we need to do is we need to make another chem bench. We need to make 2 ovens and a sink. And I think we'll just run with 2 cement mixers. I was going to use 3, but I think we'll just run with 2 of those for now. And if it turns out that we feel like we need more, then we will make more. Okay, so chem bench, 2 ovens, and a mixer. So I believe the chemistry bench, I think we make in here, because that's actually a vanilla item anyways. Oh, we need to get our tools back in here too. So let's just put these in here for now. It doesn't really matter what the quality of those are. And I have extra tools that I've purchased, or these types of tools that I've purchased too. But we have plenty of spares of all that stuff. Put the calipers in there, and then we have over here. Oh, you know what? There's one other thing that just occurred to me too. Keep forgetting shit. I wanted to actually kind of leave a walkway through here, but if we put the other chem bench there, we're not going to have one. I mean, I suppose we could jump over those, but that's kind of cheesy. How do we want to deal with that? Maybe we put the other chem bench on the other side of this. And we could even do 2 more tables and 2 more mortar and pestles, just so it looks good. I don't know. I mean, I guess it's not a big deal for me to go around, or if I'm feeling lazy, I can just jump over. We wouldn't be able to do that if we were encumbered, though, which we probably will be at times. Yeah, screw it. We'll just walk around. That'll be fine. Okay, anyway, what were we doing? We were going to look for another torch and another calipers. Yeah, I might have purchased more of those than I really needed to, but that's okay. Better to have too many than not enough. Okay, so that sets those tools up. These guys need one of those and one of those. One of those and one of those. One of those and one of those. And one more time. I'm going to minimize that screen because it's kind of glaring in my eyes there. And, okay, so in the tailoring workstation, we needed that and the tanning rack. And this guy doesn't require any tools, and neither do those guys. This doesn't require any tools either. Okay, so I think all the tools are set up. Now, for a chem bench, let's take a look and see what we need for that. Whoops. Chemistry station. So we need 2 beakers, a burning barrel, 3 cooking pots, 15 iron pipes. Okay, so for cooking pots, don't actually have any of those because all the ones that I've found I just scrapped. Can we make one, or did we exhaust everything? We need actually 2 more. Okay. All right, well, this guy's ready to pick up. I'm not worried about losing the clay and the stone because, I mean, I've got an overabundance of all those things. So we're going to need... We'll just make a new cooking pot in one of the forges. That won't be a problem. I am going to have to go out and do some mining you know, to replenish certain types of resources. We got lots of titanium, but we don't have a ton of iron ore. This is really all we got for iron ore. So let's actually grab all that stuff too, by the way. Okay. So this guy here... Excuse me. We'll go there. So let's do this. Let's make these two the titanium dudes. So we will get a full stack of clay going in there. And half of that. And half of that. So full stack of clay. And those guys. Okay, so those will start on titanium. This is going to be our steel and iron guy. So let's get iron and a full stack of clay going in here. This will be our ammo dude. And this will be for cement. So for the ammo dude, let's get some lead going and some brass going. You know what? It's going to be super convenient to be able to run through the middle of here, isn't it? Yeah, I think I probably do want to do that. That was cement guy. Okay. So we got the clay in there. Let's get brass and lead going in this guy. Alright, so iron guy should be able to make us another cooking pot now. Excellent. We have pipes in the small parts box, so let's grab some of those. That might not be enough, though. How many did we need for the chem bench? We need 15. Okay, so we're going to have to make a few more pipes, too, which we can do easily. Yeah, I usually scrap those, too. Short iron pipe. What are we... Oh, I'm in the wrong forge there. Let's just... Yeah, we'll make 25. Won't hurt to have a couple extras of those. We'll put these in here, even though this is going to be for concrete. We'll put those in there anyway, just because if we have to use it for something else temporarily, we'll have the tools that we need. Let's grab 3 full stacks of stone to start melting down in here. Okay, we got the pipes. Now, we also need a burning barrel. Okay, so how do we make that again? Forged iron and 3 forged iron and wood. Okay, so let's see. 1, 2, 3. Is that something I have to craft in here? Yep. Okay, so we'll craft that. But I think that gives us everything. Oh, we need 2 beakers too. Those will be in medical supplies. We happen to have extra beakers, which is always a good thing. Okay, we should be able to make our chemistry station. What the hell are we missing now? We got... Oh. Huh? There. That doesn't take very long to make. There we go. Okay, so let me think about this again. It's going to be super handy to be able to run through here. It really is. But, you know what? If we put this back to back like that. Whoops. Like this. I mean, I guess that works. Just so things look nice. Let's make 2 more tables. And what do we need to make more mortar and pestles? We just need clay, but we have to do that in one of the forges. Okay. So let's craft 2 more of those. Ah, shut up out there, zombie. I've had like 3 pretty good sized hordes come in when I was off doing off camera stuff, and they banged up my fence again, so I gotta go out and repair it. Okay. Now we can get some major gunpowder production going if we want to. Or cornmeal for grain alcohol. Yeah, good. That's good. That's good. Okay, cool. Now, so that takes care of that. That leaves us 2 walkways to get through here. I could make 2 more cement mixers and put those back to back. We could make 2 more tables and, you know, put something there if we want to. Or the other thing we could do is we could pull... You know what we could do now that I think about it? Let's pull this back up. See, I don't know if I'm going to really make a lot of armor to sell, because I'm not so sure that there's a lot of money in armor. There might be. I don't know. We'll have to see. I haven't really paid attention to that. But what we could do is, you know, we may eventually, it's conceivably possible that, you know, we'll eventually find 2 lathes. So maybe what we could do is put, you know, 2 lathes over here. And in the meanwhile, we'll go ahead and set this guy over here, like so. That should work. Damn it. Damn it, Jim. Okay, put that in there. Oh, there goes the timer. Really? Already? I know, I say that every time, don't I? But it always surprises me, because we're always having so much fun. Okay, let's go put this lead in there, and we want to get some more brass going. Now, in reality, it might ultimately work better for us to put some bins up along here for stuff that we would, you know, and put the brass and lead over here. I'd probably have to move those lights over, which I could do. That wouldn't be a big deal. So that's something to think about. It's not something I'm going to do now, though. We're gonna start with this setup, but we'll think about that for later. Okay, so we got the extra chem bench up. We got... Oh, we need to make... Before we leave, we need to make the sink and the ovens. So let's take a look and see what that's all about. So I think we'll make this sink. We'll probably make one of these for up above in the penthouse, but for here we'll make one of these, and we probably don't need more than 1. So we need forged iron, mechanical parts, and short iron pipe. We'll find those in the small parts box. Mechanical parts, forged iron. Okay. So let's craft a sink. That's going to take 2.5 minutes. Damn. Okay. For the oven, again, I think we'll make these kind of grodier looking ones down for the workshop. I don't know. Something just tells me that this would be more likely to be in a workshop. But we'll make the nicer one for upstairs. So we need cooking. We need 2 cooking grills, because we're going to make 2 of these. We're going to make 2 cooking grills, 2 cooking pots, and then the rest of the stuff we got a shitload of. Okay, so let's go in here. I don't believe I have... Oh, I do have a cooking grill there. Okay, so we just need 1 more. That was fast. Alright, let's make 2 of these guys. That's going to take over 5 minutes, so I'll probably just end up setting those down, guys, off camera. Now, there is something else that I'm looking at. I kind of wanted to... Oh, no, we're good. We're good. Okay, we're good. Alright, well, I think I'm going to wrap it up here. Hope you guys enjoyed this. It's really fun setting this thing up. I'm just enjoying this a lot. And you know, there's still room to expand, because I mean, we've got all this wall space over here. You know, we've got more, a little bit more room here. I might go ahead and actually make, you know, 2 more cement mixers, and put those there. And then, you know, if we decide we need more storage space, we could still do like another row, say right down through here. And that still gives us 2 blocks on this side and 2 blocks on this side. So yeah, that's kind of where we're at with it. And I think it's looking really good. So guys, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. For the next episode, we've got to get our farm going. We've got to get our parking lot going. And, you know, once those two things are done, I've got to figure out the power drawbridge. Some of you guys have left me some tips in the comments, so I got to mess with that again, because I'd like to get that to work. It's a pain in the butt, you know, to hop off and have to, you know, work that manually. I want to do some more POI raids, just because, first of all, they're fun. We'll get more loot doing that. We'll get more XP. But also, if we can find some hidden stash boxes, you know, we have a chance of finding a lathe in one of those as well. Other things coming up, you know, for Matthias's plans is we need to start working on the roads for our trade routes to the traders. What I would like to do is I'd like to take the muscle car because A, it's faster than Jeep, and B, it's got more storage space, but it has a really hard time on the rugged terrain. So the idea would be is that we would travel the trade route in the Jeep, probably initially, with, you know, tools and supplies, and we would, you know, basically build detours around the really bad spots on the road so that ultimately we can take the muscle car. So those are kind of the things that I have planned for future episodes for this series, and just excited to continue on here in Darkness Falls. All right, guys, we already did the outro. Have a great rest of your day. Bye-bye.